following the fumble recovery. Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The Smith throw into the hands of Pittman here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Geno down to throw. They're going right back to Pittman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Boswell's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got Smith here. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They run again with Harris. A solid stiff arm. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Harris running straight ahead, pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Bengals drive about to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Smith. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's ready.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bengals have retaken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off of play action, here's Smith. Dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We don't see it miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Boswell's kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
Right, 97. Hey, red. Right.
To throw again on second down. Tua. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On the give, this is Harris. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tua going to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on 1 throw right there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now Geno. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Smith now to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them. And and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned in.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Michael Pittman 34 yards. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Let's go. Black one. Ready.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Rifle. 3-3.
Again, it's Harris on second down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Claybrook's going to bring this one out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 from Bengals TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they'll get a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Yellow, 1.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Long red.
Slot man moves right.
Ready?
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chase Young. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
3rd and long, it's Smith. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
This is brought in at the 21.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Green cap.
On 2nd and 10. Tua. And now here's another interception.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Second down and goal. Smith. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. The best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Tua. Got a man, it's lost, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. Tua sets up to pass it. Smith catches left side.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Set, ready.
Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Got it? Right. Watch it. Sit. Ready?
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now they send a man in motion right. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Watch out now. 52. Here, black. White, blue.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bengals,